Hello everybody, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. And in this video I'm going to be talking about the update that just came out. Okay, so what we have here first is the player cap has been increased to level 200. I know that sounds really bad. At this point it doesn't even really bother me, at least personally. They have 5 extra gear cost added to the weapon, headgear, body gear, and monster. Pretty much every slot you can pretty much increase your gear score or equip stuff in. So they added 5 costs for every slot available that you could use to actually put on gear. The next thing we have is the winter campaign. XP proficiency goal times 6. Good time to get all that stuff. Augmentation grade success rates are up. Great time to augment. We get 1 gem a day for the bonus. We have the awakening packs, metal packs, tapsy packs, potential unlocking packs. Winter packs are gone. So I think they're just pretty much re-uploading the winter campaign over and over, which is pretty nice. So that's pretty much what they got there. And then on top of it, we got the Christmas campaign. Only thing difference between the Christmas campaign and the winter campaign is literally the Christmas offers these cosmetics in the cosmetic shop. Other than that, pretty much they both are like working at the same time, so don't worry, it's not one over the other. That's literally the only difference between the Christmas campaign and then the winter campaign. And then last but not least, we have the present from Troop Bay events, where they offer both Noel and the May Reindeer Rider monster. Noel is mainly good for stats, and it's not really hard to get her to. You just gotta get 4 of her, to be fairly honest, and once you get 4 of her, you're pretty much good to go. You don't need to farm this event anymore, and you're pretty much set. As for May Reindeer Rider, I think this game was a lot popular back then, because I could see where they're going with this monster. This monster is an event monster, and since it's an event monster, right, that means back in the past you were able to obtain this monster. And because I like the way I'm looking at it right now, before the beginning of this year, like 2018, these types of monsters were actually useful. So as an event monster, this monster was like pretty dang useful, and I'm pretty sure player versus player. Now not so much, but before it was. So I could see this game was a lot more free to play friendly than it is now by far. So I mean, definitely want to look into that 18, because you got whales, huge whales, major whales quitting. And it's not just for any like random reason. They're not just quitting just because. So you definitely want to look into that, because it looks like you gone long ways, and they're not exactly good long ways. But anyways, going off from there, this monster, I mean, can be used. It is like useful, but like it's not like extremely useful. It's really not. You can use this monster, but overall there are so many other better monsters you can use, to be fairly honest. This monster is okay now. Back then this probably would have been a good monster. Now not exactly, to be fairly honest. It doesn't really offer too much gear score either, so if you're looking for gear score from this monster's not the monster to go for. Neither is it for like Unison battle. I mean, you can use it for Unison battles, but there are 36, 35s that we have obtained, 34s that do offer more battle score when it comes to that. But the nice thing is, for the weapons and the armor, they have upgraded the cost by 1 more. So all the weapons now that we get from events will be 33 costs, and then the armors will be 34 costs. And the way you can get these monsters is through the prestige rewards. You can only obtain 1 Noel, and I think it's like at 200k prestige or something like that. Rudolph and May, you can obtain multiple times through there, and then it'll show you like the rest of the rewards if you're interested in seeing that. I'm only talking about the monsters. You have a rare chance to get them as drop rewards, Noel and Rudolph and May summoning scroll, and then from the box spawns you can also obtain Noel as well. Rudolph and May not really. Noel will be in the box spawn instead, and that's pretty much the places you can obtain them. And of course they're going to have prestige bonus, which I'll talk about in a second. But moving on from there, where you get the weapons and the armors is they have pretty much how this is going to work out is they have a box spawn and the item exchange. Item exchange is where you can obtain the stuff. Teddy bears are what you use for the item exchange, and then in here you can exchange them for the weapons and armors of your choice. They also have awakening Nunu for 31. So if you have a 31 cost you need awaken, definitely grab this. This is something you probably want to grab. Other than that, you're going to have to wait for the pack to come out, and it's going to be $10. So it's not a bad snatch whatsoever. I highly recommend it. If you have a 31 cost monster or lower, you need to awaken. Premium eggs are really easy to obtain in here. So if you definitely need premium eggs or purple or yellow pastas, definitely do that. I highly recommend that as well. Even if you don't want to go for anything for the event, there are stuff that I would still grab in there, like the premium eggs, the pastas, and what's so not. Okay, so the next thing they have to offer, like extremely reward wise, like they have different ways for rewards, but like the main ways of rewards is first that item exchange that I talked about, and then we got the box spawn over here. The box spawn is mainly meant to grab Noel. Noel is going to be a pain to get, especially because she is not in the prestige ladder much. She's only there once, and other than that, there's a rare chance to drop her. And then we got the box spawn right here. Thankfully though, it's going to be 300 left, because when it comes to it, maybe they have it different for like the last mission. I think it's like Arcadia, Carnage, something like that. I have no clue. But anyways, maybe they have it different for the last mission. But so far, I've already done 2 missions, and I'm only able to get 4. Maybe it's different. Maybe it's going to be a lot easier when it gets to there. But it's nice to at least make them have like 300 left. And on top of it, like the other one, you can actually reset the box spawn. So if you get the monster or summoning scroll, you know, kind of reset it. They also have super forge keys, super augment quest keys. The scroll of insight. The scroll of insight can remove 2 gear costs from each and every set. So it's sort of like a miniature version of that drink of enlightenment. And then they have the scroll in here, so it's not a bad box spawn at all. Pretty dang good box spawn. Okay, so you might be wondering, what's the prestige ladder for? If you see the prestige ladder, because they obviously have the prestige ladder, there are some occasions where they do offer some rewards. For example, like I said, they do offer the Rudolph May summoning scroll. They only offer the Noel one once, and you can see right here the Noel one's in here. Other than that, you're usually just grabbing teddy bears for item exchange, viewing tickets for box spawns, and that's literally it. They do have Awakening Nunu. Every once in a while, you'll see something. And at the very top, if you manage to get to that point, they have Awakening Orbs and Droplets of Ether, or Drops of Ether, I meant to say. So, and they have a Drink of Enlightenment, which is pretty dang nice. So, they do offer some occasional rewards. For the most part, it's for the item exchange and the box spawn. Now, you will need a certain amount, like certain armor, to actually get more prestige. And they show you right here what you'll need to get more prestige, which is very nice, because pretty much this stuff right here that helps you get more prestige, or the bonus cards instead, is pretty much stuff you can obtain within the event itself as well. So the more you work on the event, the more you're going to be able to get more from the event. So that's pretty cool. It's not much, but you know, something's better than nothing, so that's very nice. It adds more of a free-to-play like aspect to farming this, and them doing that makes people actually kind of want to actually do stuff like this. This is not a bad way to get gear score whatsoever. You're still keeping up to date if you manage to farm and grind the heck out of these events. They are time consuming on the other hand, and they do cost AP, and you know, AP is kind of a pain to like replenish and stuff like that, but you know, pretty nice events so far. So yeah, definitely this event's a pretty nice event. Nice way to get gear score monster wise, and then they got the weapons also to get gear score, and the prestige like bonuses aren't bad. So they're not, I mean, they could be a little better, like maybe 10% on the monster and like 5% on the gear or something, but you know, it's better than nothing, to be fairly honest. I like definitely how they added, like, if you work on it enough, if you grab some of the gear from like this event, you're able to get like bonuses. I actually like that. And on top of it, like, they offer like 33 cost weapons now, and they got the monster out that gives a lot of gear score and may actually be easy to obtain. So definitely this is a very nice very nice event to farm. If you definitely need the monster for gear score, definitely would grab it. Weapons on the other hand, your choice, to be fairly honest. Armors, I wouldn't really recommend unless you really need defenses. I'd recommend to stay with armors more of like between gear score and skill, because when it comes down to armors, you like, depending on your class, you may want more skill. Like if you're a DPS class, like I'm an archer or a berserker, I personally am looking at more of armors with skill than defense. That's why I usually would have like 32s and 33s on. I have 34s, I have a couple 35s. I do have some 36s on, but that's because they have art of. Other than that, like you can see right here, I'm just putting like damage ups. I got some reflection reductions. As you can see right here, I'm not going too hard on the armors. Literally got 2 fatal testaments, reflection reduction. See where I'm getting at? I'm kind of looking at the skill more than the actual armor defense, to be fairly honest. Now I probably will in the future infuse it so that way I'm getting more defense out of it, so that way I can take more damage. But for what I'm doing, I'm not too worried about defenses. You might want to worry about defenses and defending yourself, definitely. So if you don't have like the right type of defense, you definitely want to work on that. I'm not saying to completely ignore defense, but it depends on the situation, to be fairly honest. And with that being said, before I actually get into something that I shouldn't be getting into in the video, thank you for tuning in, thank you for watching, I hope this helped. This is the Azeroth, and I'll catch you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.